First and foremost, I want to say, call all Yahweh by Shem Shai. But I just said it's all praises to the Father in the name of the Son. I also want to say Yahweh by Shem Shai Barakatah. May the Most High in Christ bless, right? And I also want to say Shalom, right? So, but pretty much what I'm getting into, right, is this here, man, the Torah series continuing on where I left off a couple weeks back. It might even be 3 weeks out since I've done this, man. But the Spirit compelled me to do it. I need a lesson for today, so here we are. So I'm going to start at Genesis 33, verse 1. I'm probably going to end up at 40. And then the conclusion of Genesis is going to be in part 9. Hopefully, Yahweh Ratazah, right, by the end of this week, it's going to be up. If it's 10 parts, it's going to get done. But we're going to do up until 39 or 40 today. And then after that, we're going to be moving on to Exodus, man. So without further ado, let's get into Genesis 33. So this Genesis 33, verse 1 says that Jacob lifted up his eyes and looked, and behold, Esau came with 400 men, right? And he divided the children unto Leah and unto Rachel and unto the two handmaids, right? So if we remember from Genesis 29, or it might even been 28, I think it was 29 though, Esau looked to get the blessing. He couldn't, because he sold his birthright to eat Jacob from the beginning, man. And then when he went to go get the birthright, man, he had the venison ready, man. Jacob had already got it, man, because it was due to Jacob anyway, right? And by this time, Esau said, when I come back after the days of mourning are over, I'm surely going to slay you. So this is where we get at. So that's why Jacob like, yo, y'all go with them, y'all go there, and he's splitting everybody up, and he ain't keeping everybody together. He's splitting the people up, and he put the handmaids and the children foremost, and their children foremost, and Leah and her children after, and Rachel and Joseph hindermost, right? And it says, hold on, I might be past this. I read this, I know, but I don't know if I read it on video. Let me see if I got a Torah series part 8. Right, I was just on there earlier on my YouTube, but I'm not sure if I actually went into this, right? Let me make sure. Yeah, Torah series part 7. I just looked at it, so I had to have left off here, right? So, and he put, all right, we got that, right? And he passed over before them and bowed himself to the ground 7 times until he came near to his brother, right? And Esau ran to meet him and embraced him. So Esau had kind of like a change of heart when he met him, right? And it says, and fell on his neck and kissed him, and they wept. So Esau had a change of heart, man. When he saw his brother, he wasn't looking to kill him, man. He was happy to see him, man. He embraced him, man. He ain't go and seek to kill him at this point, right? And he lifted up his eyes and saw the woman and the children and said, who are those with thee? And he said, the children which God has graciously given thy servant, right? And Jacob always referred to him and Esau as him being a servant, man, right? When that wasn't the case, man. Esau was supposed to serve Jacob, but it was contrary for a long time, man. Still going on to this day, man, right? And it is points in interest in the Bible where Esau or Jacob had Edomite servants like Dog the Edomite when we was going into I think it was Deuteronomy 23 and 7 with thou shalt not abhor an Edomite, right? So the Edomite here obviously is the children of Esau, right? And that's being used to show you that Salakia for saying too much, but that was being used to show the children of Israel being the not having servants of Edomites, right? But that don't mean that the whole nation of Esau was serving Jacob, right? The whole nation of Israel serves Esau, but it's a mixture between all nations, man, right? Because we get spread throughout the other nations as well, but predominantly in charge right now is Esau, but throughout the period of time, we've only had a few instances where Edomites, specifically Dog, the Edomite, were servants to the children of Israel, man. I think he had a role too, but that's rather here nor there. That's only to say that Jacob called his brother his master, or Jacob was a servant to Esau. But in the future, like the elder should serve the younger, that was a future prophecy that's gonna come near, man. So that prophecy hasn't come to pass yet, and it's Genesis 33:6. Then the handmaids came near and their children, and they bowed themselves. So Jacob had his handmaids with him and their children, right? And Leah also with her children came near and bowed themselves. And after came Joseph and Rachel, right? And they bowed themselves. So then they came after the servants had came up, man. And he said, "What meanest thou by this drove which I met?" And he said, "These are to find grace in the sight of my Lord." And Esau said, "I have enough, my brother, keep that thou hast unto thyself." And Jacob says, "Nay, I pray thee, if now I have found grace in thyself sight." So he says, if I found grace in your sight, if we good now, man, right, then receive my present at my hand, for therefore I have seen thy face, as though I have seen the face of God, and thou was pleased with me. So he said, look, this is a grace, man. This is a beautiful thing, man. You ain't trying to kill me. So, yo, take what I got, man. He said, take, I pray thee my blessing that is brought to thee, because God has dealt graciously with me, and because I have enough. And he urged him, and he took it, right? So that we ain't talking about the blessing that was given, or the covenant that was bestowed with Jacob, man. That ain't something that he could just give away, man. That's just something that he was giving him as a gift, man. Right? He said, "Let us take our journey, and let us go, and I will go before thee." And he said unto him, "My Lord knoweth that the children are tender, and the flocks and herds are with thee, are with young." Salakia, let me read that over. "And the flocks and herds with young are with me, and if men should overdrive them one day, all the flocks will die. Let my Lord, I pray thee, pass over before his servant, and I will lead on softly according as the cattle that goeth before me, and the children be able to endure, right, until I come unto my Lord, unto Seir." Right? And Esau said, "Let me now leave with some of the folk that are with me." And he said, "What needeth it? Let me find grace in the sight of my Lord." So Esau returned that day and went on his way to Seir. And Jacob journeyed to Succoth, right, and built an house, and made booths for his cattle. Therefore, the name of the place is called Succoth, right? And Succoth is the feast of booths, right? Sukkawa, Sawaka, Sawakawa, if I'm not mistaken, Sakawa, right? Sukkawa. Shaka, that ain't a shah, that's a Sakawas. Why? Sukkoth. So that's a feast of booths, right? If you go here, right, we're gonna just get it right. It should be it should be the same word in Leviticus 28:23, but it's not. So I'm almost made a mistake, but let's go here. I just see, I know it's Sakawa, but it might be a little bit different. Leviticus 23. I just want to see, right? Let's just get into it, right? Because when we see these words in the Hebrew, it correlates with what we know in our mind if we know Hebrew, and then we see the differences between certain things. So tabernacles, that's the Feast of Booths, right? Right, hold on, I wanted to see. Yeah, so this is the Feast of Tabernacles, right? Or Feast of Booths. It should be the seventh day, the fifth. Yeah, this is Feast of Booths, so Tabernacles. Let's see what Tabernacles is, right? It might not be the same. Sukkah, Saka, right? Okay, so here we see that's Shak, right? But yeah, Booth. Sukawa, Saka, right? It's not too much different, but it is a different word. So Sukawa is Booth, Feast of Booths, and then Sukkah Sukkah is also booth, man. It's the same. That's the word used for Feast of Booths, man. So when we go into certain words like this, we can see Sukkah. That's what we call tabernacles, right? And Sukkah here is not the same word. Sukkah is Feast of Tabernacles, but we still go in here and we see it's a similarity there, man. So continuing on, and it says Genesis 33:18. It says, and Jacob came to Shalem, right, a city of Shechem, which is in the land of Canaan, when he came from Padan Aram and pitched his tent before the city. I just want to see Shalom, because that might be Shalom or Shalom, but we're not gonna think what it says. We're gonna go what it says. So that's Shalom, peace, right? Let's see what this is. Perfect, whole, full, just, peaceable, complete, safe, peaceful, perfect, whole, full, at peace, right? Complete, full, perfect, finish. So we see that Shalom, right? Shalom, that is peace, right? Or Jacob came to Shalom. That ain't saying he came to peace. The name of that city was peace, man. Or in other words, man, perfect, whole, full, just, peaceable, right? That's what that was called, man. So we see that, right? And it says, and he brought a parcel of a field, and when he had spread his tent and at the hand of the children of Hamor, Shechem's father, for 100 pieces of money, and he erected an altar and called it Elohi Yasharah. It kind of looks like power. Elohayim, Yasharallah, power of Israel. That's how we see this, man. Right? You should be able to see certain words and be able to understand that, okay, this word look like that word, and that word look like this word. And then you should be able to put it together, and sometimes you're able to go into these Hebrew and Greek words, and you could decipher the real word in the Greek or Hebrew, or what they are wrote in the English, and then you'd be like, oh, that look like this in Hebrew. Was it this in Hebrew? And then you go to the Hebrew, and then it's this, just like with Shalom, right? That looks like Shalom, right? But that ain't the same as Shalom. It's just Shalom, which is peace, right? Shalom, right? So, continuing on, Genesis 34, verse 1, right? And now this is where stuff started to get a little bit crazy, man, right? This is Genesis 34 and 1. It says, and Dinah, the son of Leah, which she bare unto Jacob, went out to see the daughters of the land. And when Shechem, the son of Hamor the Hivite, prince of the country, saw her, he took her and lay with her and defiled her, right? So some people might say that Dinah did her thing, man. Dinah wanted this, man. Dinah, so and that's the same type of victim blaming that we have nowadays, man, where people will say she wanted it. Look at how she was dressed, so on and so forth, right? That's the same type of mentality that the Hamites had during this instance, because these were Hamites in this instance, right? So this is afflict, right? They began to defile her, right? That's what it said. But the words we see here are defile, man. We see afflict, humble, force. That's one that we really want to look at. Force, right? Exercise. That's another good word for it, right? And then these other ones, trouble, weakened, but Landoff, I have no idea what that is. Seeing, not really what's needed there, man. So here, we see all these here, man. I'm not going to go through every single one, man. But we want to see this, right? To humble, mishandle, afflict. This man raped one of our aunties, man, our foremother, whatever you want to call it, man. That's what this is saying, man. So when we see that he afflicted her, right, we got to understand that with the results of this is not just because our sister or because the sister of Israelites, the brethren, slept with a man. No, that ain't why they did what they did. They did what they did because this Hivite, Shechem, right, when he came onto her, he raped her, and he didn't get her in the right way, right? Because then we wouldn't have negotiations going on further down in this chapter, man. So we're gonna go to verse 3, and it says, "And his soul clave unto Dinah." So it was so good that he wanted to keep her for himself, man. That's what this is saying, man. The daughter of Jacob, and he loved the damsel, and spake kindly unto the damsel. And Shechem spake unto his father Hamor, saying, "Get me this damsel to wife." Right? So he already did what? He went and laid with her, and he defiled her. So why is he asking to get this woman to wife, man? Because there was not supposed to be any marriages with the children of Ham, man. Right? That wasn't what's supposed to happen. We wasn't supposed to give our daughter to the children of Ham, right? And this is a Hivite. Let's see here, right? Just to go from there. You could just type it in here because it ain't acting stupid. It might be 6. Okay, right? So this is Deuteronomy 7. This is the commandment about what nations we can and cannot lay with, man. Right? This not necessarily going off if you're going with other nations other than these 7 nations. And King Solomon went into these 7 nations. We're gonna get into this way in the future if the Lord ever bring it to pass that I get deep into Deuteronomy, man. Right? Because this time is winding down. I might not be able to do a full Torah series, man. This is just to keep me occupied when I don't have lessons, though. So this, I'm gonna start here, and then we're gonna get to what the Lord said in verse 3, and then we're gonna go back to Genesis 34. So it says, "When Yahweh thy power shall bring thee into the land, whither thou goest to possess it, and have cast out many nations before thee, the Hittites, the Girgashites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, and the Perizzites, and the Hivites, Shechem the Hivite." Remember what I just said, right? "And the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and mightier than thou." See, if you know who the 7 nations are that you're not supposed to be laying with, you should know when names pop up in the Old Testament to see, oh, this is why. Oh, this is why. Oh, it goes hand in hand, though, man. The Torah, the Genesis, and the rest of the Torah is all paved out, right? The way it is, man. And then the Torah is paved out how it is. Exodus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, and Leviticus set it out of order, but whatever, right? But you see why those is paved out the way it is because of the events that was happening during that time, right? So some things go with this, some things go with that, and then some things just there, right? And it applies to a later date. But we're going to continue on in Deuteronomy 7:2, and it says, "When the Lord, when Yahweh thy power shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them and utterly destroy them, and it says, thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them." Right? And this is stemming kind of off of what happened in Genesis 34. Not necessarily, though, man, right? And it says, Deuteronomy 7:3, it says, "Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughters thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son." Right? So we see that this was what was happening, right? They were saying to give her a wife, man. Let me get this woman a wife, man. And Jacob heard that he defiled Dinah, his daughter. Now his sons were with cattle in the field, and Jacob held his peace until they were come. Jacob stayed quiet, man. Right? Let's see what that is here. This is 34:5. I want to see that word for peace. In Hebrew, it might be shalom, right? But it might be something else, right? Jacob held his peace. So that is not shalom, right? That's harash, right? Indicating something totally different, right? Harash, right? It says, "Peace, plow, devise, keep silence, hold tongue, altogether, plowman, cease, conceal, deaf, to ear, graven, imagine." So we could go through this, right? But we got it here for keep silence, because you see here, be silent, be dumb, be speechless, be deaf, right? This is the instance that he was talking. He didn't really say too much, man. He kept quiet until his children came back, right? He said his sons were with the cattle in the field, so he kept quiet until his sons would come. Now the father of Shechem went out unto Jacob to commune with him, right? So Shechem came to Jacob and he was chilling, man. Right, and then he said, "And the sons of Jacob came out the field, and when they heard it, and the men were grieved, they were hot, man." Right, let's get that really quick. No, I'm not getting that, man. Right, and they were very raw, So they were mad, they were hot and mad, right? Because he had wrought folly. A man laying with the Israelite daughter, Dinah, man, right? She wasn't technically an Israelite daughter at the time, but she was a daughter of Jacob, man, the Israelite daughter. So he wrought folly in Israel in lying with Jacob's daughter, right? So it says which thing ought not to be done. Why is it not to be done? Because Deuteronomy 7:3, it says, neither shall thou make marriages of them, thou daughter shall thou not give unto his son, man. That's wrought in folly in Israel, man. Let's actually get this wrought folly, man. We're not gonna go to another one. I think wrought folly should be one word, man. Nope, brought. So brought, a shy, spoken. That might even be. No, hold on. Before we get that, I'm not gonna say anything, right? Do, make, wrought, deal, commit. So he committed folly. He didn't say anything. Amar is speak. So folly, villainy, vile, senselessness, folly, disgraceful folly, of immortality, profane actions, man. Let's see profane definition. I know I get definitions all the time, so we're going to continue with that. Profane definition, right? Secular, it says relating or devoted to that which is not sacred or biblical, secular. Right? So it says anything basically not holy, man. It wasn't a holy act. So we're gonna continue on Salaki here, man. We got to verse 7, so now we're gonna go to verse 8. It says, Hamor communed with them, saying, the soul of my son Shechem longeth for your daughter. I pray you give him to wife. So that's where we're seeing what kind of time Deuteronomy 7 comes from, man. Right? And it says, and make ye marriages with us, and give your daughters unto us, and take our daughters unto you. So they was trying to do an even exchange. Yo, we could take your daughters, y'all could take our daughters. Even exchange, right? And ye shall dwell with us, and y'all could chill here, man. And the land shall be before you, dwell and trade ye therein, and get you possessions therein. So he's like, yo, man, do what you gotta do, man. Let us have your woman, though, man. And Shechem said unto her father, or said unto her father and unto her brethren, let me find grace in your eyes, and what ye shall say unto me, I will give. So he said, yo, look, let's work out a deal. What am I gonna do to help so we could get this taken care of, right? I'm not trying to have too much here. All right, so it says, okay, ask me so much dowry and gift, and I will give according to as ye shall say unto me. But give me the damsel the wife. And Jacob answered Shechem and Hamor his father deceitfully. So Jacob was the one who started with the deceit, right? He deceived Shechem and Hamor, right, deceitfully, right? He dealt with them with deceit. He lied to them, man. This is how we know that we okay with lying to the other nations. Abraham lied, right? Isaac lied, right? Jacob lied, right? But they did not lie to their people. Who were they lying to? Hamites, African nations, man. Right? So when the Bible says thou shalt not bear false witness, or thou shalt not deal falsely with thy brother, right? Or deal falsely with thy neighbor, whatever it says, man. This is not talking about actually, let's get that before I looking at it and I can't spell it right. So we want Leviticus 19:11. So the Leviticus 19:11, ye shall not steal, neither deal falsely, neither lie one to another. Right, let's get this full chapter, right? And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the congregation of the children of Israel, and say unto them, ye should be holy, for I, Yahweh, your God, am holy. Right, and then this is talking about how to deal. Oh no, that's Leviticus 18, right? Okay, yeah. So yeah, it's here, man. Don't swear falsely by his name. You shall not steal, neither deal falsely, neither lie one to another. Right. So when the Bible says you should we're not supposed to lie. We don't lie to one another. we were able to lie to the other nations though, man. This is where the basis of it come from, man. We could deal deceitfully with everybody else, but when it comes to our brothers, don't deal deceitfully with them, man. Right? And they said unto them, we cannot do this thing. Give our sister to the one that is uncircumcised, for that we are that were a reproach unto us. So he's saying basically, you uncircumcised, we can't give our sister to this unclean devil, man. Right? But in this, we will consent unto you. So they was being deceitful here. They said, we're gonna do what you ask, if you will be as we be, that every male of you be circumcised. So they said, look, we'll deal with you if you get circumcised. Was that the case though? Right? And then will we give our daughters unto you, and we will take our daughters to take your daughters to us, and we will dwell with you, right? And we will become one people. But if you will not hearken unto us to be circumcised, then we will take our daughter and we will be gone. Let's see what happens, right? And their words pleasing Hamor and Shechem, Hamor's son, right? And the young man deferred not to do the thing because he had delight in Jacob's daughter, and he was more honorable than all the house of his father, right? So let's go, right? It says, and Hamor and Shechem came unto the gate of their city and communed with the men of their city, saying, these men are peaceable with us, therefore let us dwell in the land. They thought they were peaceable, right? And it says, and trade therein, and for the land, behold, it is large enough for them. Let us make their daughters to us for wives, and let us give them our daughters, right? Only herein will the men consent unto us for to dwell with us, to be one people, if every male among us be circumcised as they are circumcised, right? Shall not their cattle and their substance and every beast of theirs be ours? Only let us consent unto them, and they shall dwell with us. And unto Hamor and unto Shechem his son hearken all that went out of the gate of his city. And every male was circumcised, and all that went out of his city. So everybody got circumcised. Let's continue on. And it came to pass on the third day, when they rose up, when they were sore, that two of the sons of Jacob, Simeon and Levi, we're gonna remember Simeon and Levi right after this chapter 2. It says, Dinah's brethren, right, took each man his sword. So these two brothers took their swords and came upon the city boldly and slew all the males. Simeon and Levi did the work and slew every single male of Shechem. Because of what? Right? And they slew Hamor and Shechem, his son, with the edge of the sword, and took Dinah out of Shechem's house and went out. So Dinah was still in possession of these people, man. He had to take her out, man. Come on. The sons of Jacob came upon the slain and spoiled the city because they had defiled their sister, man. This is the perfect example of spending a block right here, man. They spent the block, you gonna rape our sister, man? We gonna kill you, man. Right? Hold on, man. Kills gang after they raped sister. We got an article that just happened like that. No. Okay. This might be it. It was a black man. I want to see his face. No, that's Edomite. This last one I'm going to get. It was a new one, man. It was a new one that came out, and I cannot find it, right? Let's see. Hold on. Nope. It's okay though. We ain't gotta find it. There's a story out there that I think I've seen on Facebook, man. Man killed whole gang for raping his sister, man. This is the same time that our forefathers was on, man. It's not that a righteous thing that recompense them not trouble us, man. Right? It is what it is, man. You gotta do what you gotta do, and this is how our forefathers was moving, man. You did us wrong, we do you 30 times dirty, man. We do you 30 times dirty. That's what I said, not 30 times 30. That is not what I said, right? Then the sons of Jacob came upon the slain. Okay, and it says, they took their sheep and their oxen and their asses and that which was in the city, and that which was in the field, and all their wealth, and all their little ones, and their wives took their captives and spoiled all that was in the house. So they took everybody and everything. Everybody and everything. That's what this says, right? And Jacob said to Simeon and Levi, ye have troubled me to make me to stink among the inhabitants of the land, among the Canaanites and Perizzites, and I being few in number, they shall gather themselves together against me and slay me, and I shall be destroyed, I and my house. And they said, should he deal with our sister as with an harlot? Now let's get this really quick, right? We gotta remember how Simeon and Levi was, man, right? Okay, I opened up in a new tab, but we don't want it there. We want it here, right? So we're gonna go here. We're gonna go to verse 5. This is Genesis chapter 49, verse 5. It says, Simeon and Levi, our brethren, instruments of cruelty are in their habitation. They get the same thing, man, because they get the job done, man. Right? And that's not talking about fighting and all that stuff. That's talking about voodoo and witchcraft and all that stuff. But when it comes down to it, man, it ain't really about too much other than them doing the work for their father, man, and they brother, man, right? It's actually kind of a short video. I was saying I was gonna go into let me see real quick from my 31 minutes ago. So I said I was gonna go to 39 or 40. I'm still gonna do that because it's 5 chapters away. That is pretty decent, but still, man, it feel like I'm breezing through this though. So Genesis 35, it says, and God said unto Jacob, arise, go to Bethel and dwell there, and make there an altar unto the Most High that appeared unto thee, and when thou fleddest from the face of Esau thy brother. And it says, then Jacob said unto his household and to all that were with him, put away the strange gods that are among you, and be clean and change your garments. So he said, yo, we got to put away this false idols that they doing, because the other nations, the Sichim or the Hemorites, if you want to call them that, the Hivites that they just took, right? They was dealing strangely, man. They was dealing with false ideology, man. So they was like, look, y'all got to put those away, right? And clean yourself up, man, right? And let us arise and go up to Bethel, and I will make there an altar unto the Most High, who answered me in the day of my distress, and was with me in the way which I went, right? And they gave unto Jacob all the strange gods which were in their hand, and all their earrings which were in their ears, and Jacob hid them under the oak which was by Shechem. So he's like, yo, I don't even want these. Let's put them away, right? And they journeyed, and the terror of the Most High was upon the cities that were round about them, and they did not pursue after the sons of Jacob. So look, the fear of God was upon these cities, man. They were scared to dwell or do anything to Jacob, man. So they just let him go through, man. So Jacob came to Luz, right, which is in the land of Canaan, that is Bethel, right? He and all the people that were with him, and he built there an altar called the place El Bethel, right? That's probably Allah Bethel, which means something house. Al oh no, that's a Bath and that's pretty much Bethel, house of God. Same thing that it always means. It didn't change. So El Bethel is Bethel, man, right? But Deborah, Rebecca's nurse, died, and she was buried beneath Bethel under an oak, and the name of it was called Alon Bakuth. All right, so we continuing on, man. This is where we get that Israel, and I didn't even realize that Israel was mentioned before. No, this ain't it. This ain't it. Actually, Israel did fight an angel in Genesis 32, right? So this ain't what I was about to misspeak. So this is Genesis 35, verse 9. It says, "And God appeared unto Jacob again when he came out of Padan Aram, and blessed him. And God said unto him, Thy name is Jacob. Thy name shall not be called any more Jacob, but Israel shall be thy name. And he called his name Israel." Right? That's not like 100% definitive. We call them the children, the Jacob. We call them Israel sometimes. This happens after this, man. But for a spiritual sense, the Lord is telling him, look, your name is Israel. You're not Jacob no more, man. Right? And God said to him, I am God Almighty. Be fruitful and multiply. A nation and a company of nations shall be of thee, and kings shall come out of thy loins. This technically was the first commandment, but this was given prior to this, right? So this ain't the first commandment, but it was the first commandment back when it was instated in Genesis 1, right? The second commandment was somewhere along the lines of anything of the fruit of the tree, to you it shall be for meat. And then if I'm not mistaken, don't quote me on this, but the next one following after that would be circumcision, which I'm not 100% certain of, but circumcision is third, if I'm not mistaken, right? And the land which I gave unto Abraham and Isaac, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed after thee will I give the land, right? And God went up from him in the place where he talked with him, right? And Jacob set a pillar in the place where he talked with him, even a pillar of stone, and he poured a drink offering thereon, and he poured oil thereon. And Jacob called the name of the place where God spake with him Bethel, right? And house of God, right? Bath Allah. So Bath is house or daughter sometimes, right? And then El or Al is power or house of God. And so, and they journeyed from Bethel, and there was built a little way to come to Ephrath, and Rachel travailed, and she had hard labor. Who is this, man? Right? Praise him, Most High. We finally getting in there, man. Kwam banyan manyan, right? And it says it came to pass when she was in hard labor that the midwife said unto her, Fear not, thou shalt have this son also. Right? And it came to pass as her soul was departing, for she died, that she called his name Benoni, right? But his father called him Benjamin. So his father determined what his name was, man, as it should always be and should still be to this day. But women get so much high power over these men, right? So that's rather here nor there. But yeah, Rachel had died while giving birth to Benjamin, man. And let's see what Benjamin is. This should be the last name I'm looking up for this point. We want to look at Benoni, right? Which is Ban Ananai, Ananiah, which would be son of the Lord. Okay, so Anani could be sorrow too. So Ban, I know that's Ban 11:21. I'm not looking at, but Anan, that's Awan. That don't make sense. Iniquity, mischief, vanity. So we see the words for this, man. Sorrow. So that's what that is. I'm thinking of Adonai. That's Awan, Banawan. So Banoni, but Jacob was just like, nah, we gonna go with Ban Ya Mayan. That's me. That's my tribe there, man. Benjamin, big Benjamin, right? So Benjamin, son of the right hand, right? That's all that means, right? It didn't really go into depth why his name was called Benjamin, right? Like most of the other sons, but it don't matter, man. We see in the Hebrew what it is, right? So verse 19, Genesis 35:19, and Rachel died and was buried in the way to Ephrath, which is Bethlehem, right? And Jacob set a pillar upon her grave. That is the pillar of Rachel's grave unto this day. And Israel, I want to look this up, pillar of Rachel's grave, but it's probably, let's just see, pillar of Rachel's grave. It's going to be some place in Israel, right? You see? this what it typically should look like, right? But now you got things like this. All right, let's see. I can't really make it too much bigger, but even here, man. And from my understanding, man, they take the stuff that was set up as altars and they make their own thing. Man. They go about and these people here, man, they set up their own things, man. Right, but it could be what this was, man. Right, but that intricate work here, man. I'm not gonna say what I'm gonna say, man. I'm just gonna leave it as is, man. Right, but it says in Israel, this is Genesis 35:21. And Israel journeyed and spread his tent beyond the tower of Edar. Right, and it came to pass Israel dwelt in the land that Reuben went and lay with Bela his father's concubine, and Israel heard it. And the sons of Jacob were 12. Right. So now we just gonna get into this basic stuff and then go into the next chapter. The sons of Leah, Reuben, Jacob's firstborn, and Simeon, and Levi, Judah, and Issachar, and Zebulun. The sons of Rachel, Joseph, and Benjamin. The sons of Bela, Rachel's handmaid, Dan, and Naphtali. The sons of Zilpah, Leah's handmaid, Gad, and Asher. These are the sons of Jacob, which were born to him in Padan Aram. So we got Rachel. We got Reuben. We got Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, 6 kids. Then we got the 8 with Rachel, Joseph, and Benjamin. Then we got the other 2 with Rachel, which is or Bilhah, which is Dan and Naphtali. That's 10, right? And then we got Gad and Asher, which makes 12, right? 6, 8, 10, 12. That's how it broken down for the children of Israel, man. And it came unto Isaac, and Jacob came unto his father, Isaac his father, unto Mamre, right? And unto the city of Abra, which is Hebron, where Abraham and Isaac sojourned, right? And if you really look at it, Gad and Asher do have a lot of similar facial components, man. The Colombians and the Native Americans, they kind of look alike, man, right? This would be who some may see as Gad, man, right? This is the Black Indians book. I haven't really got too much further into this book. I'm about 3 chapters in this, man. I'll get into a book and then I get lost, go back into my Bible, don't go back into a book. It's just a bunch of stuff, man, but that's rather here nor there. And Jacob said unto his father, and Jacob came unto Isaac his father unto Salakia, right? And Jacob came unto Isaac his father unto Mamre, unto the city of Abra, which is in Hebron, where Abraham and Isaac sojourns. And the days of Isaac were 180 years, and Isaac gave up the ghost and died, and was gathered unto his people, being old and full of days. And his sons Esau and Jacob buried him. So 480 years. So that's 180 years. 4 score is 20, right? We ain't gotta really do the math on that, right? So continuing on, Esau moves. This is Genesis 36, man. Right now, these are the generations of Esau, who is Edom. Edomites are Esau. So we see here, this is a clear definition of Edomites and Esau being the same people. We can't get around that, right? That's simple mathematics, but some people like to go against the scripture and say, nah, Esau and Edom are different. No, they're not, man. Right, so, and then the same red man brought forth a red nation, even though he took daughters of Canaan, man. That ain't hard to understand, man. Right, when you have lighter kids, and then you continue to have light kids and light kids, they just gonna continue to get lighter, man. Esau, but this is Genesis 36 and 2. It says Esau took his wives with the daughters of Canaan, which we weren't supposed to do, but he didn't give a damn, right? Adah, the daughter of Elon the Hittite, and Aholibamah, the daughter of Anah, the daughter of Zibeon the Hivite, right? We wasn't even trying to let our people deal with the Hivites, man. We killed 2 Hivites, or a lot of Hivites, because one man slept with our sister, man. And Bashemah, Ishmael's daughter, sister of Renegibah, right? So that's literally a first cousin, right? Isaac and Israel or Isaac and Ishmael, they were brothers. And then Ishmael, right, and Esau, that was his uncle. Esau took his cousins, man. Which, at this time, not that bad, man. It's not. Let's be completely honest. That ain't that bad, man. Right? Because the commandment didn't come for a little while after, man. But still, right? The Lord, these dudes knew what they were doing, right? And Nadab bare unto Esau Eliphaz, and Bashima bare Ruel, right? And Aholibama bare Jeush, and Jalam, and Korah. These are the sons of Esau, which were born unto him in the land of Canaan. Right? And Esau took his wives and his sons and his daughters and all the persons of his house and his cattle and all the beasts and all his substance, which he had got in the land of Canaan, and went into the country far from his face of his brother Jacob, for their riches were more than they might dwell together. And the land wherein they were strangers could not bear them because of their cattle. Thus dwelt Esau in Mount Seir. Esau is Edom. They gotta tell you again, Esau, Edom, man. Y'all niggas gonna get it though, man. And he's dwelling in the mountains. Come on, man. These are generations of Esau, the father of the Edomites, and Mount Seir, right? We're gonna get to a point where we know who Esau is too, just by how they give titles to their people. Like you have pharaohs, right? You have kings, right? And then you have Esau, who's the number one of all time with this, man. So these are the names of Esau's sons: Eliphaz, the son of Adad, the wife of Esau; Ruel, the son of Bashima, the wife of Esau. And the sons of Eliphaz were Teman, Omar, Zepho, and Gatam, and Kenaz. And Timnah was concubine to Eliphaz, Esau's son, and she bare Eliphaz Amalek. These were the sons of Adad, Esau's wife. We know who Amalek is, man. The Jews, right? Jewish community, right? And these are the sons of Reuel, Nahath, and Zerah, and some Shema, and Nezah. These are Mizah, and these were the sons of Bashima, Esau's wife, right? And these were the sons of Ahibamah. Remember Amalek too, if I'm not mistaken, right? Pivotal here, man. And these were the sons of Ahibamah, right? The daughter of Anah, the daughter of Zibeon, Esau's wife. She bare Esau Jeush, and Jalam, and Korah. These were the dukes of Esau, the sons of Eliphaz, the firstborn of the son of Esau, Duke Teman. Why is it Duke? Dukes in the peerages, Kingdom of England, Kingdom of Scotland, Kingdom of Britain. So let's see, list of dukes, dukedoms. Let's see. So Duke of Cornwall. Let's see if they got a picture. They don't. But we seeing with the we seeing with a certain level, right? That these are European countries, right? And yeah, they did start it in 1200s, right? But those are barons. I want the dukes. I want the dukes. Duke of Cornwall, let's see. Prince William is the current holder. Duke of Norfolk. Oh, they not even trying to show his picture, man. Okay. I'm not insinuating nothing. That's another duke right there. That's another duke. I'm not insinuating nothing. These are dukes, man. Let's see if we can get the Duke of Beaufort. Oh, they ain't showing Henry Somerset, right? Come on, man. We got these dukes, man. Look at all these dukes. They ain't showing some ones. That's David Manners, Duke Prince William. Prince William, he got two different dukedoms, man. He the Duke of Cornwall, And where else is Duke Williams? Duke of Rothesay, right? He's dual Duke in this motherfucker, right? Richard. So as we get in the common denominator here, why they call Dukes in Genesis? What do Dukes look like nowadays, man? Right? Why haven't a black nation taken on the titles of Duke if these people is not the Dukes, man, of Genesis, right? I could keep on going, man. And it's held by like a couple people, man. These dukedoms. I want to see Duke of York, Prince William again, and then he's the second in command prince, man. He's under Prince William, if I'm not mistaken, man. I don't even know, man. I don't know. I can't tell you because I don't really care for this information, right? But we see in here, man, right? Where did I just leave? Right? So Duke Timon, Duke Omar, Duke Zepho, and Duke Kenaz, Duke Korah, Duke Gatam, and Duke Amalek. These are dukes that came of Eliphaz in the land of Edom. These were the sons of Adai. These are the head people, man. Right? These are the sons of Ruel's son, Ruel, Esau's son, Duke Nahah, Duke Zerah, Duke Sermah, Duke Mizah. These are the dukes that came of Ruel and the land of Edom. These are the sons of Beshemah, Esau's wife. These are the sons of Elibo, Aholibah, Esau's wife, Duke Jehush, Duke Jalam, Duke Korah. These were the dukes that came of Aholibah, the daughter of Anah, Esau's wife. These are the sons of Esau, who was Edom, and these are their dukes. Let's get this word duke in the Hebrew. Aluf, and that's Alawaf, or Alawaf. Duke, guide, friends, governors, captains, governor, chief. This is what we're looking for. Chiliarch, right? Notable. You could see these: a friend, familiar, also gentle, hence a bullock. These are different words. Chieftain, captain, duke, governor. That's what they see these dukes as, man. So when we see duke, right, that's talking about the children of Edom, right, who are white men, right? These are the sons of Seir, the Horite, who inhabited the land, Lotan and Shobol and Zibeon and Anah, and then Dishon and Ezer and Dishon. Dishon had another Dishon, man, and these are the dukes of the Horites, the children of Seir in the land of Edom. These are the children of Lotan, or Hori and Haman, and Lotan's sister Timnah, right? The children of Shobol were these: Elvan and Menahath, and Ebal and Shepho and Onam, right? And these are the children of Zibeon, both Ajah and Anah. This was that Anah that was found in the mules in the wilderness as he fed his asses of Zibeon his father. And the children of Anah were these: Dishon and Aholibomah, the daughter of Anah. And these are the children of Dishon: Hemdan and Eshban and Ethron and Charan. And these are the children of Izar. And the children of Izar are these: Belhan and Zaban and Achan, right? And the children of Dishon are these: Uz and Aran. And these are the dukes that came of the Horites: Duke Lotan, Duke Shobol, Duke Zibeon, Duke Anah, Duke Dishna, Dishizar, Dishon. Yeah, Duke that came. These are the dukes that came of Harar, right? These are the dukes in the land of Seir. And these are the kings that reigned in the land of Edom before there reigned any king over the children of Esau, or Israel, Salaki. So dukes are kings, rulers, but they call it dukes. Why didn't they just call them dukes? Why did they just call them chiefs? Because duke was needed, man. We needed to see that who Duke is, man. And why did King James choose to use dukes for the children of Israel, man? I mean, the children of Edom, man. We have to understand that King James, right? He was excommunicated from British, English, and Scotland, right? And he was chose to rule in a lower decree at this time, man. While the other, while the others were taking over England, man. So when King James decided to put Duke here, man, he knew who these people was, man. We got to use this knowledge, man, and understand why this would be used. Why not chief? Why not chief? Why not something other than Duke? Duke was the only word that was used for these people, right? And let me see, before I make an improper assumption, right? Let's see where Duke is used in other places, right? Genesis 36, Joshua, Dukes of Shihan, Dukes of Edom in First Chronicles, Duke, and that's talking about Edom. And then First Maccabees 10. We were going against the Maccabees in First Maccabees and Second Maccabees, so they were Edomites. But that First Maccabees 10:65, I want to get more into that and look into that. I may have misspoken, but I highly doubt that I misspoken, right? So let's go First Mac 10:65. Write it down on my handy dandy envelope that I be writing notes on sometimes. Sometimes I got a paper here. Today I don't, so I'll write it on a random piece of paper. Continuing on, man. Okay, now the Bela, the son of Beor, reigned in Edom, and the name of his city was Danhabah. And Bela died, and Jobab, the son of Zerah, and Boaz of Basra reigned in his stead. We just want to see. So this is Isaiah 63 verse 1. Who is this that cometh from Edom with thy garments from Basra? This that is glorious in his apparel, traveling in the greatness of his strength. I that speak in righteousness, mighty to save, right? Basra. That's where Christ is going to. Basra. These same people got to be destroyed, but in the new spirit, right? And it says, and Jobab died, and Hushman of the land of Temani reigned in his stead, and Hushman died, and Hadad the son of Bedad, who smote Midian in the field of Medad, reigned in the stead. The name of that city was Abid, right? And Hadad died, and Samlah of Masrekah reigned in the stead. And Samlah died, and Saul of Rehoboth, not Saul of First and Second Chronicles, right? Or First. I'm not sure. It's either Chronicles or Samuel. First Samuel, right? By the river, reigned in his stead. Saul died, and Baal-Hanah, the son of Akbar, Baal, of course Baal, right? The son of Akbar reigned in his stead, and Baal-Hanah, the son of Akbar, died, and Hadan reigned in his stead, and the name of the city was Paul, and his wife's name was Mehethabel, right? And the daughter of Matred, the daughter of Mesibah, right? These are the names of the Duke that came of Edom according to their families after their places by the names Duke Timnah, Duke Abla, Duke Jetha, right? Duke Aholibama, Duke Elah, Duke Penan, Duke Kenaz, Duke Teman, Duke Mibzar, Duke Magdiel, Duke Aram. These be the dukes of Edom according to their habitations in the land of their possession. He is Esau, the father of the Edomites. That's 3 times they had the Edom. Esau is Edom. Esau is Edom. Esau is the father of the Edomites. Okay, let's see how many verses I got in here, because I'm actually going to have to end this right now. Kind of in the bind where I got to end this, right? So with that, man, I want to say shalom. How about Shem Yahshua Barakatah. EJ till we see you today. Until next time, shalom.